Very talented, hardworking individuals all called this one of the most horrific cases they've ever seen.
Yeah, that judge holding back tears, at times getting choked up, as he sentenced Kristel Candelario to life in prison without the possibility of parole for her daughter's death. Jaylyn, her 16-month-old daughter, left in a playpen entirely alone for 10 days while the mom took a vacation. Her attorney joining us now, Derek Smith. We appreciate you being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
So, Derek, we heard about the appalling conditions that Jaylyn was left in. Her screams apparently could be heard on neighbors' doorbell camera. Was this one of the toughest cases you've ever worked on?
Yes, I have to say that it is. It was. When we first took on this case, my colleague Patrick Milligan and I were really struggling with going through some of the evidence, some of the pictures. Got to do our job, though. At the end of the day, got to defend the Constitution, defend our client best we can.
I want to talk about mental health. Her family mentioned her mental health struggles, and you did the same at trial, saying that she suffered from anxiety and depression. A lot of people have anxiety and depression. Do you think that her anxiety and depression explains what happened? And a separate question, does it excuse it?
Again, since we took this case on, we've been trying to explain. Just part of the job of a defense attorney is to get all the facts, try to understand the situation. What are the facts telling you? What is the situation that the client is going through at the time? Yes, anxiety and depression. I struggle from that myself. So I know a lot of people do, and it's not an excuse for what happened. We were just trying to show everybody what she was going through at the time, kind of what added to her calculus and her decision making when she went ahead and did what she did. And I said this again at sentencing, it's not a justification. She knows that. She pled. She took responsibility for it. She can't articulate her own state of mind during that time, which is alarming. Not only was she on a couple different of these antidepressants, but she stopped taking them. So that in amongst itself is an issue. You can't stop taking those drugs and to be tapered off. You could not only have side effects from the withdrawal, but any underlying conditions that you have had could be exacerbated.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that point up. Can I ask, when did she stop taking the medication in relation to this happening?
Yes, about a good 2 to 3 weeks, because after she was admitted to the hospital at the beginning of February, she was put on 2 antidepressants, but they were not specifically treating depression. They were for what they thought at the time were migraines, complex migraines, and they were treating them kind of off-label. But again, still antidepressant drugs. And then she went back in March because she had run out earlier than she should have, which was an issue in the medical records saying, she shouldn't have run out of these drugs, but yet she was calling because she needs more of them.
Yeah.
There was no evaluation.
Derek, forgive me. There are 2 more questions I want to make sure we have time for. Very quickly, are there plans to appeal the judge's sentence?
She indicated to me that her intention is to appeal at sentencing. The judge went ahead and assigned appellate counsel for her. So at this time, I believe she is going to pursue an appeal.
Okay. And what would you say to the outpouring online, people who are just horrified by what happened and who are frankly so angry at this mother for the neglect?
I would say that we all, herself included, her family, all feel the same sadness, the same just feeling of intense regret. And we wish that this didn't happen, obviously. And her family, her parents, they blame themselves for not really being able to be there for her. Not only Kristel, but obviously Jaylyn as well when her mother was dealing with these things. But at the end of the day,
Derek, is she remorseful? Does she understand what she's done?
In the beginning, when I first took this case, I would say no. But after, seeing her time and time again and her overall thought process and demeanor change, I really do think she misses her daughter. We don't understand what she was thinking when when she did this.
I understand. Derek Smith, I'm sorry we're out of time. I can sense how this case weighs on you as well. I appreciate you coming to talk to us about it tonight. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.